Okay, hello everyone. I welcomes to all in our lecture series on Dirac delta function. In this lecture series, we are discussing these topics which are essential for BSc, BTech, MSc, MTech and various entrance examinations. In our last class, we have been discussed numerical based upon 7th and 8th property. In our today class, we are going to discuss property number 9 corresponding proof and numericals based upon 9th property. Okay, so let us start. These contents already we have been discussed in our previous classes. Yes, these numericals in detail we have been discussed in our last class, and in last class I given few numericals to you that you have to do by yourself. These three questions I given in the last class. Hopefully you done. Now we are going to start to prove the property number 9. The property number 9 tells that nth derivative of delta function, that is your delta nx, equal to minus 1 to the power n into n factorial into delta x by x to the power n. This is the so-called nth derivative of delta function. It is also important question for your exam. If this question asked for proof in your exam, it will ask 3 to 4 marks. Very easy, just watch and prepare for your exam. To prove this property, we are going to use the fifth property. According to fifth property, what we know, x delta x equal to 0. Now, take the first order derivative of the above equation number 1 with respect to x. Just take the derivative of LHS RHS वैसे ही 0 होगा, no problem. We are going to get the 0 itself, RHS. Now consider the first derivative. Here use the product formula, x delta dash x plus derivative of x with respect to x equal to 1, delta x equal to 0, right? So that implies delta dash x is equal to minus delta x by x, right? Okay. Now take the second order derivative of the above equation number 1 with respect to x. This one we are going to consider the second order derivative. That means d square by dx square of x delta x. D by dx of first derivative value already we found, this one. Okay, first derivative value I have been substituted and it's again another derivative, d by dx of this one. So here we are going to use the product formula. By the product formula, x delta double dash x plus delta dash x, derivative of x is your 1 and derivative of delta x 0, delta dash x is equal to 0, right? Now here delta double dash x will be equal to, here this one is your delta dash 2 delta dash x, taken this side it will be minus 2 delta dash x and this x is going to divide. Okay, so delta double dash x will be equal to minus 2 delta dash x by x. Here x is the function, okay, here in bracket x is the function, is equal to minus 2 delta dash x value. How much you got? We got minus delta x by x. These things I have been substituted over here. Instead of delta dash x, I written minus delta x by x whole divided by x. Here it is there. So finally we can found this minus minus plus and we found 2 delta x by x square. Okay, let this is your equation number 3, right? Now we are going to consider third order derivative of the above equation number 1. Here from the second order derivative we found delta double dash x equal this one. Likewise you do third order derivative and here you can get delta double dash x, substitute this value over here, you can found delta triple dash x equal to minus 3 into 2 delta x by x cube. Let this is your equation number 4. Now you just carefully watch equation number 2, equation number 3 and equation number 4. Here first derivative when we considered, we found minus. For the second derivative delta double dash x value is positive. Third derivative we found minus. That means odd order derivative we found minus value. For that, in general, here delta nx, in general for the minus sign I can write minus 1 to the power n, because here for first order minus, third order minus, third order derivative minus we found. So in general minus 1 to the power n we can write. Now for first order derivative, your coefficient is your 1. For second order derivative we found 2. Here we can write 2 into 1 itself, no problem. And here third order derivative, we found 3 into 2, we can write 3 into 2 into 1. Here 3 into 2 into 1 is nothing but 3 factorial, and this is 2 into 1 is nothing but 2 factorial, and this is your 1 factorial. That means the order derivative came over here as factorial. First order derivative came as first factorial 1 factorial, second order derivative came as 2 factorial, third order derivative of delta function came as 3 factorial. So nth order derivative if we are going to consider, then we can write for the minus sign minus 1 to the power n. Nth order means it will be n factorial. Here delta x is the common for all order derivative. Here for third order derivative delta x came, second order also came, first order also came. So delta x, and denominator is most important. See, third order derivative when we done, we found x to the power 3. Here we found x to the power 2. Here we found x to the power 1. So for nth order we can found x to the power n. Hence proved. Okay, here we prove the ninth property of delta function. Again I am going to tell to you, this is not the exact ninth number. Systematically I done this video, so this property came as ninth number. So this is not exactly the ninth property of the delta function, as Maxwell's first equation is your delta dot E equal to rho by epsilon, delta dot B equal to 0. This is the second, like Maxwell's second equation means this one. So here delta function ninth property means this one. You should not be think like that. Here I prepared the video arranging the properties. This property came as ninth number. Okay. Now we are going to go for questions based upon this ninth property. This question here, x delta dash x is equal to, options are given. Options are given. This question repeatedly asked 2023 and 21 CPT exam, Odisha MSc entrance examination. This question repeatedly asked. So what will be its answer? Here you can see delta dash x, here delta dash x, or you can consider the nth derivative. According to nth derivative of delta function, what we know, nth delta nx equal to minus 1 to the power n, n factorial into delta x by x to the power n, right? Here first derivative is there, so delta dash x will be equal to minus 1 to the power 1 factorial delta x by x. So minus 1 to the power 1 itself 1 factorial 1, x will be multiplied over here. So x delta dash x will be equal to minus delta x. So this will be the answer. Okay, always remember this general expression. Now try to find out this value. How you are going to find out this value? We know that delta nx is equal to minus 1 to the power n factorial delta x by x to the power n, right? So if I am going to consider delta 5x is equal to minus 1 to the power 5 into 5 factorial into delta x by x to the power 5, right? So here I taken x square to this side. So how much we can get? X square into delta 5x will be equal to minus 1 to the power 5 is your minus 5 factorial, keep it as such, delta x by x cube. So this will be the answer. Okay, you can write 5 factorial value itself. So this will be answer. Okay, do write in your note this one. I not written over here. Okay. Yes. Okay, here I am going to stop this lecture. In our next lecture, we are going to discuss property number 10th and 11th and corresponding. We are going to prove 10th and 11th, then we are going to go for the numericals based upon 10th and 11th. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.